Hi guys, so what you were just listening to in that little demonstration there was this model. This is the Bacchus TF501, made in the Philippines. This is their cost performance budget sit model, built for serious players. So it's an instrument which is bridging the gap between a professional grade instrument and a serious student's instrument. So the build quality is not quite as good as its higher end cousins, like this one I have here, which is the TF Ash, made in Japan, not the Philippines. The materials on this are a bit better than the materials on this. However, as you heard, it's got a pretty good variety of sounds, and it's quite comfortable to play. I wouldn't have any problem using this bass on a gig. I don't feel as comfortable on this as I do on the TF Ash, which is my favorite from the Bacchus range at the moment, and it's my bass of choice currently. But it's pretty darn good. I mean, considering the cost point as well, these are now retailing at about $650 roughly on average. That is a very reasonable price for such a good instrument. I don't think you can find better in that kind of price range. I've tried lots of other basses. You know, I tried some MTD basses in a similar price range, around $600, $700. It's just not as good. However, let me talk about the build quality here, because what I'm seeing here is that although this is made in the Philippines, the build quality is still really quite consistent with the Japanese builds. And the reason for this is that when they opened up the Philippine factories, a bunch of the staff from the Japanese factory down in Nagano, the Asuka plant, went over there and trained up their Filipino staff as well. So the Filipino luthiers have been trained in the same construction methods and craftsmanship as the Japanese staff. So that's why you get a neck which has a very similar feel. You get a fretboard which feels quite similar. And there's not much discrepancy in terms of feel of instrument and shape and weight and everything. It's very much it's not on a par, but it's very close to the TF Ash in every other way, apart from, you know, the pickups are lower grade, the circuitry is not quite as good, and the hardware is not quite as good, although I have to say the hardware is quite nice though. You know, when I first considered picking up a global range bass, I thought I was a bit dubious about the quality of the hardware, but the tuning heads are actually pretty rugged. They're a small footprint clover style tuning head, and they're doing their job really nicely. I've had this bass set up for 2 days now. I've done a test. I always do this with my basses. I set them up, I get the action down to how I like it, and I see how long it can keep like that. If it passes a 24-hour test, it's good. This one passed a 24-hour test, I'm pleased to say. Many other basses in this price range did not. The neck changed position. It couldn't handle it didn't handle the string tension well. So I'm quite impressed with this. I'm not very comfortable on it. I find my fingers have adjusted to the TF Ash, and this feels a little bit strange to me, but tonally it is really, it's very punchy. The recording you heard earlier was just direct. It was going direct through my looper, absolutely no effects at all, and direct into my sound card. So it's just a clean signal, uncompressed. It's completely what this bass sounds like. It's not bad at all, is it? I mean, it can handle a lot of things. One thing wanted to check on this is the resonance of the B string. How long it can resonate for. It should be the same as the TF Ash, really, because the neck is the same scale, it's the same shape, same build. The bridge is a bit different. That the foreman's still going. That's pretty long, and it's pretty tight. Sounds pretty good, huh? Pretty impressed. Construction-wise, it's a two-piece alder body. The neck is one-piece maple. Fretboard is rosewood. All sourced in the Philippines. This is why the builds can be made for much cheaper than the Japanese instruments. And like I said, the parts, the bridge and the tuning pegs are Bacchus's own. They do their job nicely. That's what the bridge looks like. It's quite a standard kind of jazz. Just a standard bridge. It's quite lightweight. It's not a heavy bridge like on their higher end instruments. But it does its job well enough. It stayed in tune. The action has not changed, although I cannot get this as low down as I can the TF Ash, and some of the DX range can achieve a lower action than this can. But having said that, I mean, for the money, it's excellent. 10 out of 10 in terms of value for money. In terms of for a professional bass player, I think from that point of view, I'd give this 7 out of 10. Of course, the materials and the attention to detail is not as good as on the higher end range. But having said that, you can't really beat it for the money. That's my verdict. Alright, thanks a lot for watching. If you have any questions about these instruments, or you want to buy any, I have them up in my store now. I am now proudly stocking global range as well as handmade and craft series. So go ahead, PM me, ask me any questions you want about these instruments. I'll be happy to answer. Thanks a lot for watching.